It's week 3. We're in the Sorcerer, Witch, Wizard, Berserker game. Berserker's dead. So Sorcerer, Witch, Wizard. It's the magic special here. So where are we as we head into day 15? These are the scores. Wizard is 5, Sorcerer 3. The Witch has only 2 points. A little bit of a bummer. Sorcerer. So the sorcerer is stuck here. He is dragging the crone back, hopefully to the large campfire to turn him into the bash cars. That will give him a point for the lost crone. They also have a great axe there. The peddler is also there. He should probably do a trade phase to see if there's any garbage there. He can pull another point. Nonetheless, he's got to get out of here first. So he's going to hide first. Now, he is melted in the mist, so not an issue. But he will hide. Then he's got to move, and then move to the large campfire, I believe, and turn in the crane. That's his plan, at the very least. The lamp. No, the large camp. Done. So that's his plan. Just 1, 2, 3 after he hides. The witch. So I've been, okay, so full disclosure, you might have already noticed, I've been screwing up the enchants, and I've been fatiguing the ritual chit when what I really need to fatigue is the color chit. That's my fault, and the witch probably ended up with maybe 1 or 2 extra rest phases she didn't need to take. So I've screwed that up in the past. Not, I don't know, on the channel, maybe, who knows. But yeah, you have to burn when you do an enchant phase, you have to burn the color and that revert. And the reason that's costs you more is because then you have to switch back and get your color back. So not only do you have to rest the chit, you have to then enchant the chit. So it would have cost her more to do the enchants than I let on. Currently, though, she is in here in the horde, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to catch a troll or a dragon. So at the end of the day on day 14, I wrote Torchbearer, so I'm going to have her cast that spell with gray magic in every clearing. She is going to cast, and it is a type 2 spell. So poof, she fatigues that guy. I'm going to put this here to indicate that it's ready and active. So she has an extra phase in caves until she takes a sunlight phase. So the nice thing is she's going to hide and search, extra search. And there you go. She's rolling. So that's cool. That's a good deal for her. So we did that at the end of day 14. Day 15, she gets her phase. The wizard, who is currently in the lead here, has just rested at the chapel, and I do need to roll for the order for him in case they get pissed off, and they do not. They are neutral. A 6 would have been bad, but he is fine. So the question is, what does the wizard do? So what I'm going to do while I'm here, I am going to, so that day, 14, I'm going to turn in, I think I might turn all his quests. Now, don't get me wrong. What I found in the game is that, so he has Treasure Pass for the Lost City, and he has Consult Demon, and his Navigator. Now, Navigator should be easy for him. But, if you look at the board, he's going to have to trudge through a lot of shit, which he's going to have to anyway, I suppose. So maybe this is premature. To get to anywhere where he can actually run over secret paths. So I think I'm going to turn them. I'm going to burn them and get another one. Treasure cache is way down here. If you're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 away, and that's not counting the fact that there's at least one cave in the way. However, what I found in this game, this quest game that I have here, is that if you know where something is and you can get to it, you should think twice about throwing the card away because it's just as likely you're going to draw something that you don't use and you can't get to. On the other hand, you could get super, super lucky and draw something that's in the chapel, for instance. I'm going to turn the navigator in. I'm going to keep the other two, and I'm going to draw a card. Woodsman, find the small campfire. So we know where that is, right? Oh, it's way down here anyway. Well, it all works out. We are heading this direction. So there you go. So we get rid of navigator. We are finding the small campfire. So that's find S camp. And so that does truly end our week there as we switch stuff out for everyone. So we do need to draw 3 events. So that's true before we start day 15. So even the ones that I have written days 15 for, I should actually consider. So I got 3 cards here. Dead Adventurer, Amazing Weather. Oh, that's nice. And then the circus is in town. So Dead Adventure is simply a roll, a D10 and a D6. So we generate a hex. So 1, Borderland 2. We pull out the DA, and we have a Dead Adventurer right there. Anyone who finds that guy is going to be able to pull a treasure. You can drag his body back to a dwelling if you want to score a point. Amazing Weather is simply 1 additional sunlight phase every day. So that's nice if you're out in the sun. And then the circus is in town. So the circus, we roll a d6 for the location. And unfortunately, I have the chart here on my paper. 5, the circus is also in Borderland 2. Huh. Did the circus kill him? I should have combos. Like, if that happens, so we get the circus and the DA, the Dead Adventurer. So the circus in town, the circus has arrived. It's in need of a main attraction. Any character that ends a day in the circus can discard and draw quests as they were in a dwelling. Any character who ends a phase will be given a special blowgun, which is a T3 attack that will capture any tremendous creature it hits if it's ready. The creature follows you, but makes it hard to hide. You can release creature at any time, but it's hostile immediately. The first character to return a T creature to the circus scores 1 VP, earns 10 gold, and gains 2 times the prowess of the creature. So that's a big deal. The circus then moves on and leaves the realm, taking all of its magical blowguns with it. Any creature captured when the circus leaves immediately blocks the leader and battles them that evening. Regardless of the outcome of the battle, if the creature is a guardian of a treasure site, it returns to that site next bird song done. So, there you go. So that looks good, actually, for the wizard, strangely enough. And the sorcerer. The witch is left out in the cold a little bit. But what that does do is the wizard sort of has 1, 2, 3, 4. So the wizard, I think, is going to Ugh, hide twice. I mean, the worst part is you can either hide once and go 1, 2, 3, and just hope for a not fail the roll, or you have to stop here. So this could be 1 day, 2 days, 3 days to get to here, pretty much. Which isn't terrible. I think that's what we're going to do. 3 days is a long time, though. Someone will pick this adventure up by then. If you rush it, this is a day. He can get there in 2 days if he rushes it. And if you rush it, then the main risk is this guy. Because these 3 bats can gut the wizard pretty handily. So I'm going to at least be cautious here. And we're going to... Oh, and we need to rest up hardcore because we could not rest. So, unfortunately, I'm going to hide and we're going to rest and rest and rest again. So, not ideal, actually. We don't have anything else to do there. So that is done. That's his day. So there you go. There's our day 15. We are ready to roll now. Let's get a monster roll for day 15. Oh, and I do need to jot these down. It's goblins, by the way. Let me make sure I have this. So we got the circus. And we got amazing weather. For week 3, excuse me. So there you go. Those are our events. We got the goblins up and ready to roll. It's the wizard, sorcerer, and the witch. I think the witch's familiar is simply peering. So we're gonna hide we're gonna hide and rest, right? So we actually hide here. We do not, so we fail it. But we will rest 3 times. So what are we gonna bring back? I'm gonna bring back my magic chits. Because I can't cast the flaming sword without a magic chit. So I think I'm gonna do 1. 2, 3. And that's it. That's our day. Now, does anything go to the chapel on a 3? Yes, the patrol ends up at the chapel. Okay. I mean, that's not the worst. But the wizard is done. So we are done there. It's the sorcerer's turn. The sorcerer does have to hide to get out of here because... Oh, and it's going to come up a 6. Nope, sorcerer's blocked. So done. But he's missed, so it's fine. But he does still get blocked, I believe. I'm fairly sure. I've been playing it that way in any case. Otherwise, there's no point to allowing him to hide with Melt in the Mist. But now that we're here and we got the book out, because I was looking up some crap from before. Cannot block or be blocked. There you go. Well, that is the best. So he's just gonna. So he didn't need to record it. That was dumb on my part. He just walks 1, 2, 3. He is done. So he is there. He is going to score the crone. So the crone ends up at the campfire. And she gains a level of friendliness with him, which is just, he's friendly. So the crone is friendly. So crone, friend, done. So we write that down real quick. We scored our point. I don't really think the crone has anything for the sorcerer. And he doesn't do anything else because he is done with the day. So the sorcerer is done. The witch. So her familiar is going to search. I think. I don't think he found anything last time. Well, maybe he did. Actually, he should have found both of these. Then he should have found, since they both line up in 3, 6, and 5, 6. So she has both. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, done. No reason for that. But what is our lovely witch going to do? She's going to hide and then search twice. So let's hide first. She does. And this is good because unfortunately we drew goblins. That was the one roll that sort of for her. So we're going to hide. And she does. She's going to search twice. I think we're going to locate. 2. Oh, man, you got to be kidding me. 2 is not what she wants. That does not find Jack. One more search. 5. Nothing. Done. These guys pop over. And we get the big boys. The swordsman goblins. Big old swordy goblins. So the bad thing is this makes this very, very super dicey for the witch. Because she can't run from these guys. So I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Anything else, and that's a winner. A roll of a 1 is a winner. A roll of a 4 is a winner. But, oh well. That's how Magic Realm roll. And that's our day 15. And we didn't record our extra phases. So there you go. So we will start that now. It's a little hard to remember, but we are thinking about it now. So 5 phases, extra daylight phase. So what is the sorcerer? The sorcerer is going to, so he has an easy. Oh, and the wizard has to roll for the order again, and they do not kill them. So good for him. First thing, the sorcerer is going to trade with the bash card. Then he's going to trade again because he's going to want to trade with the peddler. And he might be able to dump some of these goods. So I'm going to trade again because I'm going to do one trade to see what the bash cards, one trade to see what the peddler has. So, okay, so let me think about this. Yeah, one trade to see what the peddler has. So I see what the peddler has. I draw 4 small treasures. The peddler has those 4 treasures. And he sells them at 4 times their face value. So you always get the shittiest roll for him, effectively. But if you buy something from him at 4 times face value, you'll get a point. So if I can get something that's like $3 times 4, $4 to 16, I will buy it to get the point. The other thing is, not that this is terrible, But I could drop $20 at the bash cars because this is, this is $20, and then buy something from the peddler to get the point. None of these are great treasures, so they don't hurt there. The elusive cloak is fine, but the amount of times that the sorcerer is going to find himself facing off against a creature with a 5 attack is actually pretty low. So I might just do that. So I'm going to trade. So we're going to do a couple things. I'm going to get my extra phase is going to be a rest phase. I'm going to trade to see the peddler stuff. See if I need to sell from the bash cars. I would love to see, or I sell for. I can save a phase if I take the risk and just sell crap. So you know what? I will. I will just sell everything. That's my first phase. My second trade phase will be the peddler. Third trade phase will be the bash cars. And then I'm going to do extra spell X and a spell. And I'm going to turn that shit. And there you go. That's my day. That's using the sorcerer's phases. The witch has an option. Get out of dodge right now, or you risk a hide. Problem is, if you risk a hide and you blow it, you are dead. She is dead in the water. She is not getting. If she walks out, that's great. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to record my extra move to 6. I'm going to hide, and I'm going to search. So I'm going to get out of dodge. I'm going to try to play it safe here. She's in a good position to get one of those creatures. So she still has the torch while she's here. She can record the extra phase. As soon as she walks out, that torch goes away. So obviously nothing tomorrow. But she gets an extra phase because of the amazing weather. The wizard looks to be mostly rested up here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hide, move. There you go. So that does get me there in a day. So I'm going to do extra hide, move to the bats, and done. And that's it. There you go. There's day 16 is in the ledger here. So let's, for the witch's sake, let's get a good number, not these freaking goblins again. 6. Still not a good number, by the way. Still not a good number. The wizard, the witch, and the sorcerer. Wizard has 2 hide phases recorded. Oh, he fails the first one. Now it gets real. He succeeds at the second one, and then he moves 3 times. The bats are prowling, so they're here. Done. And that's his move. I don't want you to lock. I want you to, sit there. There you go. Witch's turn. Her cat's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. She is going to get out of dodge, so she goes there. She does a hide, which she fails. And then she does a search, which she succeeds and finds the lair and the lost city. So the lair is found. And the lost city found. Not that it matters, but so she's found the lair. No bats appear. We don't have any bats, so good to go. She is done. The sorcerer. He's got the wonky thing. So he rests up. Done. He trades. So we're going to draw 4 treasures. We want to see what the. No, we're going to sell first, right? Yeah, so we sell. So I am selling everything to our buds, the bash cars. They're going to get it all. They got all ponies all day, and now they got a whole host of treasures. So done. That's 20 bucks for the sorcerer. So the nice thing is that gives him 38 bucks. So that's cool. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw. So where's the small treasures? So here's the small treasures. So, and what I've done is, so pretty much for everything here. Now, when I play at home, obviously you're dealing out the small treasures and done. I don't know that I can get access to the rest of the deck. I think it's been thrown away. And so what I say is it's okay if there's duplicates on the board, done in this case. So we're going to shuffle. We're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 treasures. And those are going to go on the peddler. So we're going to put them here for now. And let's see what they are. Cloak of Mist, extra hide phase. That is huge. That is way better. And that M3 is also super good. Now the problem is that's 32 bucks at the peddler. Having said that, I'm buying the Cloak of Mist. That's an easy buy. So for 16 bucks, and I'll put it in active even though it doesn't matter. So minus 16 is 4 bucks. So he made 20 bucks. He bought for 16. He gains a point because he scores the peddler. The peddler comes off this board because his point has already been collected. And the sorcerer gets an extra phase every turn. So those are his first 2 trades. His next trade is the bash cars. So he's actually going to look and see what the hell the bash cars have. They have deft gloves and shielded lantern. Both of those are in flip incredible. I'll roll on the shielded lantern. The shielded lantern's 8 bucks. So we are friendly with the bash car. We're not allied with them. We didn't do anything, no. 5, price times 4. So they want 40 bucks for, or 32 bucks. That is not going to fly. We are then going to enchant that and done. So they keep the shielded lantern for now. And I think that's our day. I do. I think that's our day. So we get an extra hide phase. We get an extra phase. So, okay, damn it. So obviously we're gonna get the adventurer. So that's an easy call. All the goblins are out, so only the last goblins can show up. Definitely we could, if we wanted to, blow those goblins away. That is his gig. That's the sorcerer's gig, right? So maybe we make our way over and take a pot shot. Trying to get down to here since there's going to be a dragon down here and a tremendous creature, so we can do actually score like we've expected to here. So the first thing is first. We're going to use our extra phase to hide. We are going to move to the dead adventurer. And then we are going to search, and search again, because that's what you got to do. Got to search and locate him like he was a treasure site. So that's the sorcerer's day. So the witch has found the lair. The lair is hers. So I think she uses her phase to hide. And then she's going to just search this bad boy 4 times. Yeah, 3 times. And I tell you what, we're going to hide one more time. And I'm really hoping for something to pop. I'm hoping for trolls. I'm hoping for dragons. I'm hoping for something to pop. Because if something pops, she can make a move. So, but in the meantime, looting the lair isn't a bad universe. So, all right. So where are we? So we're gonna make a move. 1. We're gonna have to hide from there. So 2. 3. So okay. So I'm gonna use my extra phase to move. So extra move to 2, I believe. Then we're gonna hide. Then we're gonna move to the spider. Then we're gonna move to the dead adventurer. And then we're gonna search. And we might get lucky, right? So it's move. So that's 1, 2 to hide, 3 to get here, 4 to get here, 5 to search. And both characters will, if they do their days, both the wizard and the sorcerer will have a tremendous knockout drug for the circus. So that is written. Our day, what is that? Day 17 written. So let's move the day marker. For the witch's sake, please be like a 1 or a 4. Not the worst. Not the worst. Witches first. I'm going to move the cat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. The witch goes first. She hides with her extra, I believe. She does. Poof, so she is hidden. And she hides again. And then she searches 3 times. She's going to loot the lair 3 times. 4. She takes the 4th card. Ancient Telescope. Well, I mean, it's not the greatest, but it is at least a thing. So I'm going to put it in the active. It doesn't really matter. So that's the first loot. The second loot of this day is a 4. Oh, the cloven hoof. Son of a frickin' bitch. So, good. and bad all at once. It's good, it's just black magic. So she can absorb now all day, and that's great. Bad because, well, she is a black chit. She doesn't need to, and it adds one to every roll. So I have to decide whether I'm going to keep that. In this case, she rolls and adds one. So there she goes. She gets the second treasure. The blasted jewel, which she cannot freaking carry. Now, having said that, she can't carry it, which means she can't actually conduct moves. She can't play a move chit, or she can't conduct a move action. She could sit here with it and learn the spell, except the damn cloven hoof's there. So it sucks a little bit. She subtracts one from each roll, and she would add one. So it's like it's a little bit of a. I'm gonna keep it on my. I'm going to keep it here for the moment. So what happens is Roar 6 is going to drag a troll. Oh, that sucks because it's not a tremendous troll. She gets the two lame trolls, and they just stack on the goblins. So it just makes that even worse space. So she is not having the best of days here. So then my question is, does she spend a day trying to get that spell out of the blasted jewel? She's not going to kill you because she sort of can't. But if she learns the spell, she learns it, done. That's 2 points. I'm going to think about that one. I'm going to ruminate here. But she is done for the day. The sorcerer is moving to get that dead adventure because he is first today. Oops, I just pulled that off of there. The funny part is we actually don't use these because I have the spell cards, so that can include all the other spells. He blows his roll, so that's interesting. So he's going to move up there, unhidden, and he's going to search 3 times. So he needs a locate result. So he needs a 4 or a 1 to find the dead adventurer. He gets a 1, so he finds the demon. So I'm going to put that on his chit right there. He gets a small treasure out of the pile. He doesn't get a point yet. It's not how that works. He gets deft gloves. Roll 1 die for loot. So that's bitching pool. And he searched. Now, in reality, he actually gets. So it barely matters, but he has an extra hide. He would technically get another one of these, simply because. Now, does anything appear? Giants and trolls. No, nothing appears there. And he is done. The wizard. Okay, wizard. So the wizard moves around. He does perform a hide. He succeeds. Then he moves and moves. And there is nothing to search for, I don't think. Yeah, he can search, but there's nothing there. He has visited the circus, though. So he has the blowgun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone this, and I'm going to give the sorcerer one of these, and I'm going to give the wizard one. They both have, this is going to represent the blowgun. Okay, done. But I think that's the day. I think that's everybody's day. I'm going to risk this for one day. So the witch is going to hold on to this, which means she can't move at all. She is stuck here. So if anything shows up on her, she is a little bit hosed. So what is the sorcerer going to do with that dead adventure? The sorcerer, well, geez, the sorcerer is going to have. So he's going to use his extra hide phase. He's going to use his extra day phase today because it's beautiful weather to move. He's going to move back to the campfire. That's going to turn in the dead adventurer because the dead adventurer gives you a point if you return the body. Yeah, so he got the one small treasure. So now he's going to turn the body in and score the point. So that moves him to camp. And he still has phases left at this point in time. So what's he going to do? So once he turns that in, I think then it's 1-2. So he's extra hidden, extra moved. 1-2. I mean, that's sort of lame because he's sort of stuck there. Actually, he can't. He can't do anything. Though. He is melted into mist as soon as he shows up there. Thanks to the witch. Well, so yeah, I think so. He's extra hide, extra move. 1-2. He's stuck here pretty much. And that's fine. I think we're going to extra hide, extra move. We're going to hide, then we're going to move, and that will take us to Borderland 3. And he will theoretically have scored the dead adventurer. And that will give him his 4th point. So that's him. The witch, extra hide phase to hide. Search, 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 and search. She's got this. And the wizards missed his shot for sure at the dead adventurer. But he is going to, I think, go 1-2. So he's going to move 1-2. Extra hide, and move in. So he's going to get 2 hides and then 1-2-3. And he's going to go this way. Which, hell, the sorcerer should go that way too, really. Although I think this. Yeah, let me rewrite the sorcerer's move because I don't know that that makes any sense for him to go up and around into the caves at this juncture. So he's going to turn the guys at the camp. Done. Just like he's then going to move. Then he's going to do one more hide. Then he's going to move to the ghosts. Then he's going to move again to, right? So that's 1-2-3-4. And in theory, he gets to Evil Valley 2. That's a convoluted move right there, baby. I like her move. I hide and search 4 times. That's how you get a game Magic Realm. He gets stuck on a square space for half a dozen. For a dozen days. So move twice, hide twice, move again, and end up here. The wizard. Move, move. One of those is extra. Extra move, move, hide, hide, move, ghosts. Done. And that's the move. That's where we're going. And we're still a little bit ratty, so might want to think about that. Nonetheless, all right. We are rolling. What is the monster roll on this day 19? 18. Day 18. What is the monster roll on day 18? Let's see what this die says. 1. Dragons. Ooh. Interesting and sucky for the witch. So, all at the same time. That was a risk. She sort of knew it. So we got the sorcerer and the wizard and the witch. So the sorcerer is first. So he's going 1. He turns his body in. So he is going to score his point. He doesn't get anything more for that. He just gets the notoriety. So he scores a point. That's 1. That's an extra move. 2. He gets 2 hides. He does, and then he goes to there. The ghosts always prowl, so they end up there on him. And that is his move. The wizard goes 1, 2. Again, he hides twice. He fails once. He fails a second time. Ends up there. And the ghosts, because they're always prowling, end up on top of him. So he's got a little bit of an issue to deal with. The witch uses her extra phase today to hide, and she does, which is good. And she is going to search 3 times. Now, sort of an interesting issue. So she knows the dragon's coming at the end of the day. She could risk the jewel and still drop the damn thing at the end of her last phase there if it doesn't work out. And she will be fine when the dragon comes. She is hidden. Then she has the choice of whether she wants to actually absorb that crap or not. So what I'm going to do is, oof, or she just loots the lair. Let's look at the read runes. It's 4. 3, 2, or 1 really are the rolls good for her because she can't carry this thing. That's one thing I don't like about, is that some of the spells, some of these objects with spells are gigantic. So who the hell's going to carry them? In any case, 3, 2, or 1 is the only good roll. She gets a -1 and then a +1 because of the hoof there. 5 is a curse, and if she gets cursed, that could be bad. She could be unhidden, unable to rest. Like all that goes awry. So, so what the hell do you do? 3, 2, or 1's like what? 25 5-ish%. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out, it's about 1/6. Because 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3. So it's a little bit more than that, actually. It's 1, 3. Yeah, it's 1, 3, 5. So it's 9. It's about 25%. And the 5 is a lot higher than. And she got 4 treasures in the lair. She's going to loot the lair first. We're going to play it a little bit safe. Oh, but she has to add 1 to this. So it's a 7. So nothing. So that's her first loot. Ugh, she needs a 3 to her 1. So it's 25% chance there too. It's just there's no bad repercussions. She'll loot it one more time since she has 4 of these. 5, nothing. She'll read runes. Go, go, go. What do you got? 4, awaken spell. So it's -1 +1. So it's nothing. So the thing is, it sort of sucks because she's not going to get it, but she gets to see it. That's nice. So let's take the saved object. We pull the type 5 spells out of the bag here. So, oops, whoop, whoop, whoop. I didn't want to do that crap. Put that back in. Thank you. I will shuffle them and draw 1. And so we find that the Cloven Hoof has Pentangle. All spells and curses are nullified. Imp Demon and Wing Demon cannot attack the caster. So that is affixed to the Cloven Hoof. Oh, not the Cloven Hoof. I'm sorry. That is affixed to the Blasted Jewel. So what we do is we take. So where's Blasted Jewel? The jewel, it's blasted. Delete that. We just put that in there. So we know that's it. We awaken. And if we were going to carry this thing, we'd be able to cast it with it. But the answer is we can't. So that was our 3rd loot. We have 1 more search left. It's 2 points, so that is worth risking it for. Is Pentangle worth risking it? And the answer is no. We're going to just loot the site again and hope for the best. We got a 6. Now that would have cursed us, so we're certainly. Then we're going to drop this thing like it's hot. So we're dropping it right here in the clearing. Still hidden, and that ends our day. So it's a little bit of an unproductive day. Now what happens is, holy crap, everything freaking shows up. We get a roar first. So that shows up on her. The horde shows up. So in addition to the 6 goblins and the 2 heavy trolls, we now have our flying dragon. Oh, wait, no, and roar is here. It's not in our clearing, so hold on. So now we have 2 heavy dragons in here. And the lair. So now we have a tremendous here. So I often, say joke or say or whatever. Magic Realm does have a tendency to create death hexes, right? Because as you stay in a place and press your luck, like the witch is doing, you'll draw more and more shit into the tile. So here we go. This is an example of a death hex. So I think what you do. Well, I mean that she's. I mean that's it. She's done for the day. She is there, and she's got to figure that out. And nothing appears otherwise, but that's it. Eesh, I don't know what she's gonna do. That's awesome and shitty, and that is some crazy, crazy stuff. So it's day 19 coming up. So we've got the sorcerer, and the sorcerer is. Oh wait, we got the wizard. Hold on, he's got a situation, so we have to deal with that. So this is this. And we do not have a good. It's not good. It's not great. I would love for this viper to live, but this is a fight where it likely doesn't make it. Um, I could cast sleep since there's no specific restriction on it affecting ghosts. I should probably write that in, but it does not exist as of today, and we could just escape. The wizard can kill the ghosts. If he were hidden, then it's a lot easier of a fight because he can auto kill one of them, even with just a lowly dagger. And then he could have the viper draw the one, and then he could cover the viper and then auto kill the second effectively. So this is a easier fight, and I'm not super worried about him dying as much as I am the viper dying because the viper lines up, these times are the same. They would hit at the same time, and they would kill each other. So I think I'm casting sleep. So we're going to fatigue this. We're going to flip and fatigue that. The ghosts are laid back to rest. Um, and we are okay for the moment. So the sorcerer's all in because he's got what he needed to get here. He's got it all going. The question becomes, um, how do you make the best use of what you got? So we want to kill a spider. We still have the bounty. This is week 3. The bounty's still on. We want to drag one back to the circus. We would love to kill a tremendous anything, and a dragon. So it's all good. Like we are, everything has come down to this hex for him, and he's been scoring points pretty well. So But on the other hand, this is a cave and it's a pain in the ass to get through. He does not know this this road here. So I'm gonna say so he's gonna hide and hide again. Hide one last time. Move into the ruins. That's 1, 2, 3. That's extra hide. So he has 1 because of the beautiful day. So where does he want to go? I think he's going to move into 1. So he moves into 1. We're not going to hide 3 times, so we'll hide twice. Those are 2 extras, 1 from the cloak, 1 from the day. And then he's going to search 3 times to try to find that path. And he is done. He can melt into mist if he needs to, but I would like to save that a little bit. So for the witch, I care less about the cat right now. I suppose I could search these, but I'm gonna drop the cat. I hate the familiar as a power. One of those, sort of boring powers, I think. And there are certainly uses for it, but what if can it do remote peers from mountains? Put it on a mountain. So her option is to hide and then move in, is what I would like to do. We'd love to get this. Tremendous Flying Dragon is the apex. The T3 head kills everything. You become a super badass. It's awesome. But you can't do that if not hidden. The worst thing that could happen would be spiders or goblins come and she fails to hide. And then they would prowl onto her. And at the end of the day, she'd be stuck. And she would die because she doesn't have any get out of jails there at this point. This is fatigue because she burned a thing. The other option is to slow play it, and by slow play it means move out, drop the cloven hoof here. Let me take care of her gambling problem. So you move out, drop the thing, move to the the house, hide just to make sure. End your day there, gamble. Um, Now the main funny weird problem is, of course, is that you're still then in the same predicament where you have to hide. You just don't do it you don't have a 5 or 6 chance to blow it. You have a slightly better chance. Or she drops it in the house, which sort of sucks. But I don't think she cares about the soldiers really. Ultimately, like, she's unfriendly with the soldiers. I mean, they'll still gamble with her because that's how they roll. But she does not want to end her day there. Well, she has to do the gambling. None of those are great choices. So if she moves out, hides 3 times, and moves back in, as a for instance. That is quite the slow play, but I think so. We're gonna move to one, the valley. Gonna hide, hide, hide again. One of those is extra. Then she's gonna move to the lair. So she's gonna have and she's gonna drop the cloven hoof. So she's gonna have a crap chance to hide, but she's gonna have 3 crap chances to hide. I think that's where she's going with that. The wizard. 1, 2. I mean, he can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Done, really. I mean, as far as that goes. He does need to discover the lost city, so that's something. He does need to consult a demon. The demon's right up here. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I think get the small campfire right now. So we're going to extra hide and then move, 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 move to the small camp. And that effectively scores him find the small camp. So that'll be a point, which he hasn't gotten one in a little while. He could probably use to rest also, so be it. But I think everybody has their moves for 19. Right? 19, 19, and 19. Well, this takes me a while. No one of these things lasts forever. Okay, day 19. What awful, awful monster is coming on day 19? Looks like giants and trolls. So we're going to have more shit in here just to make it even better. The witches first. Sure, the cattle pier. So did I lock these? That's stinks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he does find this. 1, 4, deep woods. Okay. That is the cat. The witch moves out. Drops the hoof. She's going to hide 3 times. That's a fail because it's +1. 2 fails. Oh, Lord. 3 fails. She fails 3 times hiding. She moves back into the lair. So this is sort of the doomsday here. End of her day. Two heavy trolls prowl because they are prowling. And Roar pulls the Tremendous here. So she didn't even get that guy to show up. So that sucks a little bit. Yikes. Well, that's her move. Done. Sorcerer. He's moving into the ruins and then searching 3 times, but he hides twice. So let's hide him twice, because that's sort of important now. Also. That is a success. Done. The troll comes to him. These trolls are stuck on her, so done. But that's the end of the day. He does have what? How many searches? 3 searches. And he's trying to find 1, 2, or 3, and he finds this guy, ruins 1 to 5. So good for him. So he is ready to roll. But he does have a tremendous troll sitting on top of him. Tremendous armored troll amongst, you know. So he is done. The witch is done. The wizard's turn. Wizard is trying to get to the small campfire. So he is hiding, but he's only hiding 1 time. And he succeeds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Small campfire. I don't know if anybody shows up at the small camp. Yes, the Lancers show up at the small camp. I don't know how the wizard feels about that. He hates the Lancers. Yoy. Not cool. Not great. They are not his favorites. Having said that, he scores the small camp. Done. Well, fortunately, the witch does have a move 3 ready to roll. So she is going to just book it out of there. So she ends up here, and she is out of the clearing, because nothing there can stop her. The goblins would stop her, or the spider. So that's what she's hopefully not looking for. That's her turn. The wizard being hidden, I mean, we would roll normally, but he's hidden, so we don't roll. I think the sorcerer, though, is going to go for this troll, because this is a fairly trivial transform for him. So we are going to roll on the transform table. So first things first, we're going to, from our hiddenness, cast transform. Him. This is round 1. It's not on our sheet. We are hoping for a 5 or a 6. It's a 4, so it still sucks. But it is a sparrow. Sucks a little bit, but it's a sparrow. Can't kill us. So he's become a sparrow. That's round 1. Round 2, we're literally doing this. And we're hoping to pair up with the sparrow. So it's a 33% chance, 1 or a 4. 1. Sparrow lines up. He can flip all day, nothing happens. We line up, we kill the light sparrow, which is the tremendous troll. He is dead, and we have scored 8. 8 prowess. And we've killed a tremendous creature, which satisfies our big game. Big game. Kill a creature and return to a dwelling. This is one of the few where we actually have to return to a dwelling. It sucks a little bit, but we have to return to a dwelling. Sparrow dead. Transform is cast and then is freed up. And that's it. That's the transform game. You transform them into something harmless and then hope to line up and kill them, or you have buddies who can kill them. The sparrow's hard because he's really hard to hit. Well, we got big game out of the way. And we can return to a dwelling in a heartbeat. In fact, there's one right here. So we are definitely scoring again for the sorcerer. And the weird part is we could pull armor. We could actually pull a medium piece of armor, I think. So that's sort of wacky. Um, for our sorcerer, but cool. I don't think there's anything else. We do need to draw a card for the wizard. The wizard gets archaeological dig. Go to a random clearing in the woods. Arc dig or ruins. I'm sorry, it's not woods, it's ruins. I mean, why would you dig in the wood? The dig site is ruins 1. Well, that is just darn spiffy. I don't have a dig site. That's dumb. Okay. Well, I'm going to use more of my components here. The dig site will be the crown. So we have a dig in room. So that's good. That's pretty darn trivial. So we're still making our way to a dragon. Um, well, so let's see what the sorcerer's going to do on day 20. Day 21 sucks for him because he's going to be melted into mist. So he wants to make a little bit of hay while he can, I think. He's got one more day to do crap. So he has this. I'm going to say he's going to extra hide, right? Because he can. He is going to rest because he can. Ultimately, he wants to move into the goblins, so he wants to move to the cairn. That's his final thing. That's extra. So he'll pull his purple chit back. He will alert, because he's going to time 0 that shit, right? And that gives him 2 more hides. So he's literally going to hide 3 times. He's going to have rested. So he'll pull this chit back, alert it. So it'll be a time 0 chit, which he will have ready to roll. He'll get 1 fiery blast off, nuke a bunch of goblins, maybe kill that spider. Probably not, but maybe we get lucky. In case we knock some goblins out, and that's cool. That's good. If we kill the spider, we get the bounty because the bounty's almost over. Then tomorrow, when we're melted in the mist, we either just use the time to run all the way back to, since we can't be blocked, we can walk, we can just run back to turn in the big game and go from there. And then we have our last week sort of to finish out. I think that's what we're doing. I think that's good for us. So she is running. She must move. So her first turn is, oops. Her first turn is an extra move to the valley. She hides and hides. And she's going to move to the lair again. She's got to get this done. And she is done. The wizard. Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but the wizard has just gotten that luck. He goes to a dig as a treasure site, so I think he's just going to do that. So he's going to use his extra hide to hide. He's going to move and move. I think it's 2, right? Back to, oops. I think it's 2 back to where he needs to go, which is ruins 1. So that's 2 moves. And then I would search twice. I mean, that's a little bit of a predicament for sure. It's a little bit ballsy, right? To just go, hey, we're just going in. We're hiding once. Good luck. I think the wizard doesn't have to do spell X phases with his crazy extra rules. I used to remember all this, and then I stopped playing Magic Realm. So that's the lesson for you kids: never stop playing Magic Realm. Just don't stop, man. Just don't stop. Just gotta keep it up. Keep it up. Well, what do we got here? So we got the weather, the extended game systems. Is gratitude, optional abilities for the wizard. He does not need to do an E before an E, so he doesn't need the spell X before spell in old school terms. So if we are willing to burn a day, which we could, I mean, we're not racing anyone. I mean, it would be nice to use this circusy tool here. We need to rest twice and then do a spell. So it takes 3 phases to get sleep back once sleep is used. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do rest, spell. And that's going to get me these 2 chits back. This one flip. And that's probably good. And the reason why is because I don't want to get jumped by goblins effectively, like without any recourse. So I think he has a day 20, he has a day 20, he has a day 20. We are done. Plus, I don't want to sit in my enemy's camp either. So for day 20, let's see what the monster roll is. This is going to be a huge deal because everybody's jammed up in here. 2. So it is serpents and demons. So that's a little bit of a weird one. Shuffle these. The witches first, the wizard, and then the sorcerer. So We're going to go there. We're going to peer. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't find anything. Done. Okay. But the witch moves, hides, and moves. She does get 3 hides, though, because she does have... So let's be at least fair to her. So she moves here. She hides 3 times, crappy hides, but she succeeds. And then she moves on back in. The only issue is Dank brings this guy. I don't think. Yeah, the other serpents are out and about. So she gets more frickin' creatures. And she's there. Done. That's her turn. So here's the problem with Absorb. If you're playing Absorb, I think you either get super lucky. Maybe you have to take, it is a luck game at that point, right? You're hoping to find the right creature at the right moment early because it's very valuable early. I'm going to get this thing. I'm going to absorb it week 4. Who frickin' cares week 4? Yeah, you can kill some goblins. You might be able to clean this tile out pretty good as the tremendous flyer. But, so what? You've wasted how much time doing what? So I do think that's a little bit of something we have to consider here. So anyway, she's done. She got some serpents on. The wizard is going to go here. He does hide. He only hides 1, so he's a little bit ballsy today. He does hide, so he is hidden. He rests twice, and he spells and flips that. So now he has a sleep. And now the serpent moves to him because it's not blocked yet. So done. And he is done. Our guy here is hiding. And he does, so he's hidden. He rests, right? Is that what we're doing? So we do rest. We hide twice more. We alert this chit. And we move there on the path that we have found. And the serpent moves to him, which sucks a little bit because I don't really want a serpent, so that's not going to help me. And that's everybody's move. That is the whole day. And the order mattered because the last guy was going to get that damn tremendous serpent. So doing the sorcerer thing for sure. That's just not even an issue, right? So we are doing the sorcerer thing. So we pull all these creatures and we're going to put them right up here. So we are going to cast our alerted. So that fatigues that. So nothing's on our sheet round. It barely matters. So these two can't flip. I'm going to put all these together. So I'm going to go like this. This is the first box, second box, third box. Where they end up doesn't matter. What's going to happen is we're going to fiery blast at time 0 because it's alerted. We're hitting everybody. what we have to contend with is this stupid missile tape. So we're not a good missileer on 2 dice. So we do light, medium, heavy, tremendous damage. L3 star. For L3 star, it has to be a 3 or less to kill the spider. That's what we need, a 3 or less. The goblins, it can be a 5 or less because the goblins are medium. So light, star, 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 we can drop 2 stars. That's 5 or less. This guy, tremendous armored, we're going to need to. So, not only does it need to be no change, so light, medium, heavy, tremendous. We're going to drop a star, so it's heavy. We actually need a 2. So not good, right? Not good at all. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Let's roll for the spider. 3, 2, or 1, 3. Bam. That's no change. We do light, medium, heavy, tremendous damage. The spider is the first victim to our fiery blast. Goblin number 1. 6, he lives. Goblin number 2. 6, he lives. God damn it. Goblin number 3, he dies. Goblin number 4, he dies. Dead? This is why I don't feel Fiery Blast is super useful to all the characters as it is the Sorcerer. The Sorcerer has a get out of jail free card. Once this fails, however many times, he can just leave. Whereas the Wizard would have to clean this up. And 5. So he lives. So we killed 4 and the spider. So that's round 1. So this is fatigued. I hate to say it, but round 2, we're going to pop that and turn Melt into Mist, and we're done. We're out. So these guys go back to the hex. And the question is, are we running the combat out? Or are we running? And it barely matters. I'm gonna put us here. Out of the cleric. So we run. So we scored 6 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 14. 6 is 20. So we score 20 prowess. Giving him a total of 28. So that's pretty kick-ass for him. And here's our Deadpool. And I think that's it for day 20. I think he is... Yeah, so the question is, do you want to go this way? The problem is this hex is problematic for this. This is problematic for our guy here. So okay. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna head back like that. Done. So there you go. So day 21. Day 21 is 1, 2, 3 for the sorcerer. Extra move, move, move for the sorcerer. And he ends up in the campfire, which is great. The Lancers, he doesn't mind them. He's going to turn in big game. He's going to take 2 rests while he's there, using his extra day, of course. He could hide, but it barely matters. So he's going to score big game in this troll at the end of the day. 2, the witch. Okay. So this is sort of pay dirt for the witch. She's going to hide, and she's going to move into Death Cave there and hope for the best. She's going to hide. She's going to move into the Horde. Done. The wizard. So the wizard is trying to get to his dig. So he rested up. He's got his crap ready. He is going to extra hide because he has an extra phase. As everybody does, he moves to the dig. He's going to hide 1 extra time in case goblins show because he doesn't want to get jumped by goblins. And he's going to search and search. And he is done. And that is day 21. There's purple magic in every clearing. The sorcerer is melted in mist because there's purple magic everywhere. Any monster that we roll today comes off the board. 4, so giants and trolls. So we got a couple things going on. These trolls come off the board. The tremendous troll comes off, off the board. You mean off? No, off the board. Where the hell is he? Where did Sparky end? Oh, he is dead with this guy. So we will just remember what we're doing today because he actually goes back there. So that all comes off the board. The Lancers come off the board. And they're done. So we're done. That's day 21 as far as that goes. We just shuffle them, it seems. Excuse me. Now we have the sorcerer first. Sorcerer goes 1, 2, 3. He is going to rest twice. As he can. That's it. And he turns big game in. So that scores him a point. He also gets, what else does he get? Does he get a thing? He gets like a he gets 1 piece of armor. He can pick light or medium. So he's going to get a piece of armor. And it could be any of the 3 pieces of armor. So let's roll it. It's a 3, so it is actually a shield. So he's going to pick a shield. He'll take a medium shield because he can do medium things, right? He has medium moves, so that'll work. Ah, jeez. Shield, please. Thank you. And there you go. Done. So that's his stuff. He turns in big game. That's actually good for him point-wise. He's actually doing quite well for points. And he is done. And the Lancers show up again because he's there. The wizard heads to his dig. Wizard hides twice. Fails once. Succeeds the second time. So the wizard is here. The wizard is hit. The wizard is rolling search. He has to locate. That's a fail. So he needs a 4 or a 1. That's a fail. Roar pops. And so these two guys appear here. And he is done. The cat peers. Looking for a 3, 2, or 1. Nope, doesn't find anything. I am taking him off the board for the last week. I'm not worried about any of that shit. She needs to hide, and if she hides, it's a good day. So she hides and she moves in there, and she is done. And these guys are prowling, but they prowl right where they're at on her done. So, oh, that is quite the menagerie. Let's go put this back on the board. The witch is hidden. Nothing is on her sheet. So she is going to cast Absorb. She's going to cast Absorb on the Tremendous Flying Dragon. She becomes the Tremendous Flying Dragon. Everything is now on her sheet. Bam! Everything's like, whoa, what? What just happened, lady? What possibly did you just do? So now let's put everything on her sheet. Now this guy is an interesting light. He could help, but like, I mean, it's more of a chance that he dies than he actually helps anything, strangely enough. Can any of these guys auto hit him? No, so no one can he can't be auto hit. So round 1, she casts. That's round 1. Round 2, because hell, she doesn't love this guy. I mean, you know, he's not like a bud or anything. We're gonna send him to the dogs. He has to take somebody. So we're gonna put him on his sheet there, just like that, and we're gonna drag one of these goblins there. Can anyone do tremendous damage? No. These guys do tremendous, but it's with a star, so they will bounce off her. So she is golden for the moment. So we're going to put these guys all here. We're going to put what we don't want to do though is like so if we were super crazy optimizing, we would want to kill all the spear goblins first. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That would be our first through 6 kills. Then this guy would be the 7th, 8th, and 9th kill, giving us a god awful number of points. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spread these guys out, which is a little key. And I'm going to hit the dragon first. So who flips to something I can't hit automatically? That guy. So, yeah, I'd rather not give him a chance to flip. I'd rather... So I'm going to put these like this. It's a little awkward. And I'm going to play like that. So there you go. That's us. We are ready to roll. First thing is, where do these guys go? 2. So these boxes flip. And the question is, do they flip? Do the chits actually flip? First box is no. The second box is yes. So that's good. And the third box is no. So this is round 2 because round 1 I cast. So round 2, this attack goes first. It undercuts the dragon, hits him, does tremendous damage, and kills him. So he is the first death. I am hit by all these guys. They do heavy damage, which doesn't kill the tremendous dragon. Done. Nothing in this on this board can kill her in this state. She needs something else tremendous to show up, and that ain't happening. So that's the first round up here. Where does this guy end up? 3. So he ends up here. Does he flip? Ideally, he does not. He does not. Missile roll. This guy's to roll 2 because he's a crossbowman. 2 +1 level. He thunks that into the goblin, killing the goblin. And technically, if we do all the times, he's first because he has a time 1 versus my time 3. On round 2, he went first. So the goblin's the first kill. The dragon is the second kill. So now, that's fine. It's all good. I'm going to put my chit on one of the goblins. And said I'm going to try to make sure that these goblins are killed. So we're just going to play like that. I mean, that's putting this guy at risk, but I don't care. I don't lose any notoriety if he dies because he's a follower, not a hireling. Done. So let's just roll with it. Sure. Second or third. This is actually round 3, right? So boom, 6. So this guy goes down here. These guys all flit up like that. What flips? This first box flips, which sucks because I ideally want these goblins to be flipped if I can, just because it makes my life easier to hit them. Second box flips. Third box doesn't flip. Down here, where does this guy end up? 6. So he ends up down here. Does he flip? No. So he is hit first. This guy's to roll 2 dice. He rolls a 2, thunking a crossbow bolt into the goblin's chest. The goblin is dead. Here, I am first. I hit the goblin because I intercept him, doing tremendous damaging, killing him. Everybody hits me. I take no damage. We're done. We don't wound as a monster. That's why this is ridiculously powerful. And this head is why this is the alpha. This is the S tier transform. All right, I'm done with water. I'm switching to other things. So we're going to put our chip there on that goblin. I am going to... I'm going to drag my... Doesn't really matter. We'll put the goblin down here. The crossbowman will fight him. The worst thing that can happen right now is I miss twice and we're done. So we don't want that. We want to kill everything. We want to clear this board. 6. So once again, this box goes down here. These boxes flit up like that. And then we roll 3 times. Is this a flip? No. No. And no. Board stays like that. Down here, 3. He goes there. Does he flip over? No. The crossbow hits this guy, and how much damage does it do? 1. Oh, right in the eye. He's dead. That crossbowman is ace. He's kicking the shit out of that. He's just lining them up. Dunk. Dunk. It's like, hold on. And so we kill this guy. He's done. We intercept him and undercut him. That is our next casualty here. I'm going to keep with it. I'm going to keep doing exactly this. Uh, 5. So 5 means these go down and we're done. Do they flip? It barely matters because we're at time 3. No and no. Down here, he ends up 2. So he goes down here. And does he flip? No. Crossbow hits him. We need to roll low. 3. No change. Heavy damage. Thunk. He is dead. We undercut the troll, doing tremendous damage. Troll is dead. And the last round is going to go much like the previous rounds. Because that troll is an auto kill, and he can't hit me. So 3, he goes here. Does he flip? No. We hit on a time 3, and we kill the troll. And again, the nice thing is unlike weapons, she can play her head any side. She doesn't have to flip it. It's not alerted or not alerted. She can play that any side. So she clears the board. So this is going to score 1 point, 11 points. So let's do this first. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's 25. That's because it's 10, 10, and 5. So that's 25 points, 35 points, 36 points. So 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8th kill. So 36 becomes 76. And this is the 9th kill. 76 plus 45 is 110 plus 11, 121. She scores 121. Oops. 121 prowess. We're going to make sure of that because I don't want to do that wrong. She scored 1 point plus 10 points plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 40 plus 45. 121 points. Done. Those goblins didn't even get their spears. Well, I mean, they did. Some of them actually did make it, at least. So I'll say that much. So that's the Deadpool right there. Which is just like, yep, I did that. And that, kids, is why you always leave a note. That is why you shoot for that absorb. Um, Tremendous Troll's great, but can't auto hit anything. It would have done fairly well there simply because, but you'd have, I mean, because when the goblins flip, so I mean, she'd have had a good run with that, but not as good as that because all those time fours are now auto kills with that tremendous head. So she's just literally plucking. I'm just picturing in my head her plucking those trolls off the ground and gobbling them up with her, head and the little dragon, and she just claws it and then tear. It just goes to town on those creatures, and the goblins are like spears, and it's just a bad scene. Um, that was day 21. That was week 3. Let's let's take a quick let's take a look at the scores here because they're not terrible scores. So the sorcerer has been making some time. He scored 5 points in cards. Drawing random crap on my. So if we can see, he scored 5 points in cards. He has 28 prowess. And he has 22 gold. I believe, I'm going to quick search around here. I believe that puts him in second place for prowess, and that puts him in first place for gold. And that is a grand total of 8 points. The witch, not great on the cards, by the way. Not great on the cards. She only has 2 card points. She has not scored any cards. She can soon, but she hasn't. So she has 2 points in cards. She is winning prowess. And that's about it. So unfortunately, even though that was about as much fun as I have had with an absorb, and 121 points is super impressive. There is no bonus in this game for overkilling your opponents in prowess. You get 2 points. That's a good question. Should there be? And I've thought long and hard about, do you do anything different with these categories? I like the categories. I like how they are. I like how they make the game, they can make or break that game, that tipping point. The cards are still arguably the most important thing, and yet you can still score up to 8 points without the cards. But it's unlikely you're going to score 8 points. I mean, because very few characters can win both prowess and spell, and so on, right? And find treasures, and it's rough to find that. So, you know, I was thinking that it might, so something to think about. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, so the wizard. Let's look at the wizard. The wizard hasn't been doing badly. He scored 3 points in cards. Oops, you can't see it. It's behind the banner there. So I'm just going to put it up here. 3 points in cards. Unfortunately, his prowess total, which was pretty good, is now Jack. He does still have 1 gold, though. His gold total is, he does have 14. And so he is at least in second place. But that's where we end. End of week 3. The wizard has dropped precipitously from his pedestal there. The witch has taken the prowess pedestal. The sorcerer has taken the gold. The sorcerer has run away with the cards this past week, which is sort of fun because I usually don't end up doing well for him on cards. But just this week, he scored 4 points on cards. He got the crown. He bought from the peddler. Um, he found the camp that he was supposed to find, and he turned big game. Oops, I put L camp. It really was the small camp that he. Um, oh no. It doesn't matter. He didn't. He scored the dead adventurer at the camp. Yeah. So I mean, a good it's a good week. It was an eventful week, for sure. It went out with a bang. So that was a great game. 2 hours long again. I'm sorry. So um, I'm definitely going to find a way to shorten these. Probably only do a few days at a time, and then have to sort of work it. So these things might be 8 or 10 sessions long, but make each session closer to an hour or a half hour. Um, but man, a half hour is going to be rough to pull off. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's for the next game. The next game will work on new formats. Thanks, everybody. Especially if you made it this far. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.